Welcome back, WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and Baltimore Positive. We're taking the Maryland Crab Cake Tour back out on the road. We're going to be at State Fair next week on the 30th, ending June, and then getting ready for July. We'll be at Costas the first week of July as well. It's all brought to you by our friends at the Maryland Lottery in conjunction with our friends at Goodwill and Window Nation. I'm getting the new windows done. Buy two, you get two free. That's what we do around here is try to give good advice and wise conversations. And, I'm usually talking about eating ice cream right now, but it came to me when I had my third crab cake of the week this week at Fadley's, and the French fries come, and they gave me these potato wedges over at Slancha last week to soothe the pain of losing the World Cup. Lord knows there were Irish bars involved over in Europe. So the friends at Weis Markets, they have been preemptive that I'm doing 31 crab cakes and 31 breweries in the month of August to send me my own nutritionist and dietitianist who I'm going to meet with out on the road. Probably going to give me a weigh-in somewhere halfway through this thing. We're trying to stay healthy this summer with these wise conversations. Christina Pelletier is back here once again to tell me how to snack better, to get off the potato wedges. God bless you folks at Slancha for doing that. Christina, I was at Next Phase Cafe with the mayor on Monday, and they brought me mac and cheese. And they brought me collard greens, and they brought me the most delicious crab cake. Next Phase, go down there and get a crab cake. Tasty. But wow, it is so easy to overeat. I need to get back into the heirloom tomatoes and the watermelon and get back into the produce aisle a little bit. So I'm glad you're here to rein me in. It's good to see you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, you're doing snacking right now. So my wife is about to go up into the hills of upstate New York and do her thing. And my wife's diabetic, so she's a food planner, right? Like, I mean, she sort of plans around things. I'm if I see it, I'll eat it. I'm about to go into crazy work mode where nights and days and I work a lot and I don't eat right. So straighten me out here, get me planning. I know you have a lot of ideas. My big thing is getting a good start in the day, and I think we've talked about that. And I brought some of my favorite things that I'm going to share with the audience, and they're, you can get them at Wise. I get them right here at the store 204. But for you, you have a list that you give to everybody in Wise, right?
Yeah, so I always say plan ahead because when you have, things available to you, you're going to reach for that. Maybe it's like a fruit or a veggie. And my go-to favorite snack is energy bites. And so it's a base of oats, peanut butter, ground flaxseed, honey, and vanilla.
And you
Mix
just
that
make a
all.
concoction out of that.
Yep, mix it all together, and then you can add in a few different things.
Like
So
a power fudge or something, right?
yeah, so you can add in dried fruit or nuts, pretzel, cereal, dark
Coconut.
chocolate chips, which are my favorite,
Add
or
coconut to
even
things. That's what I do. That coconut or pineapple will fix any. You put that on a shoe, he fixes it.
yep, put some coconut flakes in there, and then mix that all together, and then form them into little balls, and then that's your perfect little go-to snack.
So instead of like a candy bar, you make something that is a healthy bar, right? Literally.
Exactly, exactly.
That
And
sounds like I'm having a little Rofo coffee right now. I'm thinking like that might, that would be something really nice to go with a little coffee in the morning or even a bottle of water on a hot day.
yeah, exactly. Pair it with maybe a banana or an apple or other fruit, and there you go. Have a
See, when I
well
think of
rounded.
these things, I think of my wife going out into the woods and making like pre-prepared things. I never think like when we get on airplane rides for long rides, we went over to Europe. She she brings the snacks I don't like. She brings like these jalapeno nuts and stuff. I'm like, I ain't eating that on a plane. I mean, over Iceland, it's spicy. I'm not doing that. It'll cost me to drink and like all that. But she is a food planner in little plastic bags and taking things along, kind of like mom would do when we went to the Orioles game, right? Like just take snacks, popcorn, and different things like that. I think it's your charge to say that there are a lot of things inside of a Wise Market, and I know this to be factual, where it would be a perfect snack if you decided to make it as such.
Exactly. And Wise does have a lot of pre-cut fruits and veggies. So even if you're on the road and you need a snack, stop at a grocery store and get some pre-cut fruits, veggies, maybe a little hummus cup or, a bag of popcorn or trail mix, and
Fresh fruit this
you're good
time
to
of year
go.
is always available, right? I mean, we're talking about cantaloupe,
Absolutely.
melons. This is, if you're not getting it now, please, right? So I'm trying to get my head around that because it has been hot, it's been cool. I've been away, I've been home, and now I'm really trying to like find the good sweet corn now, right? It's that time of year,
Yeah.
heirlooms. That the celery has a little pepper to it, from the way it's grown this time of year to flavor up a salad. My wife and I are using the grill. Remember last time I didn't have a grill, right?
Yep.
So now
Yes.
we've got garlic pepper chicken on the grill we've done this week. Some
Ooh.
beautiful fish, and our partners at Fadley's as well. I've been down at the seafood market there this week. I picked up some fish at Weis this week as well, and salmon on the grill, cedar plank, forget about it. So I've got great ideas, but for me, it's about starting the day right. And I told you I lost a lot of weight back in 2006, and I really haven't varied. Like I haven't had to buy any more clothing. Now I get a little tighter when I get too many crab cakes and too many French fries, and too much beer over in Europe. But I'm sort of back on the beat. I didn't gain any weight on my trip, but I'm trying to get in shape for this August thing. My back's been a little crazy, and I'm going to be more committed in the next couple of weeks to beginning my day with the basics, which is fruit. I do raspberry, blueberry, strawberry. I would show them to you, but I didn't pull them all out of the refrigerator. But I have. There are always raspberries, blueberries. Now sometimes not bananas, because bananas go between yellow and green and brown. So I save my way. But I told you about this product. My wife eats it a lot more than I do. I'm more of a cereal guy than an oatmeal guy at this point, but I do like oatmeal on the run when I travel. Remember we had a conversation about this
Yes,
product, right?
I do
This
remember.
I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Q apostrophe I Kia Q
Chia.
I apostrophe A. It's a superfood. It's gluten free. For you, Chloe. Chloe's my gluten-free intern, so this is going to be more fun for her because she's had her own issues. But eating these kinds of things and finding good way. This is the other thing. So when I do oatmeal on a trip now, instead of like grabbing it in the coffee shop in the airport, I just take organic Nature's Path. I have different flavors that I take. Take my blueberries with me. Always a blueberry. Like I'm a blueberry guy almost 7 days a week. Now, if there's that morning where I'm doing French toast or doing something Gucci with some omelets or eating some bacon or doing stuff that I don't want to be doing this month because I'm trying to be good because I'm going to be really bad in August because I know me. These are my favorite cereals though. I've been eating these cereals for like um 20 years. Like you said, well,
Wow.
since '06, 16 years. I mean, I found these cereals. They're Nature's Path. You can get them at the Wise right down the street. They're right in the organic aisle. I do red berry, maple pecan. I also do they did away with this banana stuff that was crazy years ago. And this is my favorite coconut water. So hydration, people are
Yes.
drinking soft drinks and doing bad stuff. This is the most delicious stuff. It has pulp, so it's a little weird. You chew it at the end, but it reminds me of being on a beach. And this is my favorite coconut water, and I keep this around, and I drink. Every other day I'll have this. A lot of people like a Gucci cup of coffee or a latte or whatever, and I'm like, spend $2 on a can of really good water. Big can of water that hydrates you, makes you feel nice, make your skin feel nice. So these are my. So did I do a nice job of doing my nutrition presentation, Christina?
Yes, that was great. And I even learned a little bit about cereal, and yeah, that's great.
Well, you talk to people all the time at Wise, right? So people come to you and say, you consider yourself a nutritionist or do you consider yourself a dietitian? Diet has such a bad term, right?
Yes, so I am a dietitian, so that just means I have the credentials and went to school for it. And so I have a little more education on the background side of that. And so, yes, there are lots of options out there for snacks and lots of questions that I get. And but really just, start the day right, like you said, and have everything available with those fruits, veggies, whole grains, protein. They're really going to fill you up.
Well, I can't recommend enough this time of year that you spend a little bit of extra time in the produce aisle and look for some things that may be a little ripe, a little local. I did that over in Europe. I found some mangoes over there that just look like nothing I'd ever seen over here, and finding different things that are available. The gold watermelon, TikTok. And my buddy Keeler Kyle down at the Ovenbird Bakery, he and I are going on a peach cake run. So Christina, I have things that I'm going to eat that are going to be bad for me. I promise. There will be pizza. There will be Rofo fried chicken. There will be things that I'm going to do. Lots of crab cakes. But I think getting the day off to a good start is sort of my plan. My plan is let's not eat bad before lunchtime. You know what I mean? Let's do the right things before lunchtime, knowing that if I can mix a salad in, if I can stay away from that delicious premium ice cream. And Jamie and the folks up at Weis, they gave me a scooper. They expect me to use it
Well,
up
you
in
have to
Sunbury.
now.
Well, you know what I'm saying is if there's peach in the ice cream, how can it be bad for me, right?
Well, you have to enjoy it too. You can't always be eating healthy. I think every food fits as long as it's a balance, and making those good choices sometimes or most of the time, and then definitely having those sweet treats, especially in the summertime.
See, you're the good nutritionist. You're not the hard liner, right? You're going to let me have a slice of watermelon, right? You're going to let me have my berries in the morning.
Of course, yeah. So, I mean, if we tell ourselves we can't have something, then we want it even more. And then it's even more torture for us. So we have to fit it in there
All right.
sometimes.
Well, listen, next time we get together, I'm going to extol the virtues of chia seed pudding to you, okay?
Yes, that
Well, I've
sounds
been
really
I've been bugging my wife to make a big batch of it because I love chia seed pudding this time of year too. It is it's beautiful. It's summertime. Vegetables, fruits, produce, lovely things, including make sure you're eating healthy even out on the grill. There's a lot of healthy things you can do on the grill with veggies and good stuff like that. I'm always appreciative of our friends at Wise for stopping by and talking about food. I'm going to get a $6 signature crab cake at Wise before all this is over with in August as well. I'm going to be hitting the road, Eastern Shore, Western Shore. I might even stop and honk the horn as I go west and say hello to you, Christina. So I appreciate you coming on. Any diet tips for people out there, families and traveling like that? Just a final word. When they call you and say, I'm trying to lose a little weight, I would say everything really does start with diet and movement, right? I mean, even if it's just
absolutely.
walking, right?
Yes, getting out there even for a 5-minute walk. I know this time of year the weather can be really warm or unpredictable, but just trying to maybe park a little farther away in your car to walk to the store, and just really planning ahead, going back to having those healthier snacks or options available because that's what you're going to reach for, whatever's closest to you. And um, Wise, the Wise dietitians do offer some free virtual cooking and nutrition education classes. So if you want to even learn a little bit more about kind of nutrition topics or find some new fun recipes, you can always check out our classes. And all you need is a Wise Rewards card to join, and everything else is free. And we provide all the information for you. And we do have some Ripe Now classes, which feature produce that is in season. So check those out this summer for sure.
Well, you got a little pinwheel thing on here. Like I'm reading your recipes while you talk, and I'm like, hold on, this just sounds like lunch for me. It sounds like I want chips with it, but I would refrain if I could. Whole wheat tortilla. I'm into that. Hummus, love hummus. Deli turkey, delicious. My wife's favorite, right? Roasted red peppers. My wife wouldn't touch it, but I love roasted red peppers. Baby spinach and shredded carrots. That sounds like something that not just colorful with the oranges and the greens and like in the reds and all that.
Yeah.
Just sounds like something delicious. Sounds like something that
Yeah.
I may go with like a little bit of Tessie May avocado ranch dressing in there, organic dressing,
Ooh,
just to mix it in there, just a little light. Now, I'm not a big mayonnaise guy, but something in there to give it a little bit
little
of a little
sauce.
wetness. But hey, we could make some snacks. Good, you and I could put together a
Right?
menu of fun stuff. Good, we can sit here and talk food all day. You make me hungry now. I got to go out
I
and
know.
get going here on my blueberries before I do something bad for myself. Christina Pelletier is here. She's from Wise Markets. She's giving me the scoop. Get it on diet and nutrition here. I'm going to be touring the Wise ice cream factory and filling my cup with hydration as I probably chase Motley Crue, Poison, Def Leppard, and others through the halls of Hershey up in Pennsylvania. Really appreciate you coming on. It's always a lot of fun to have you, and you give me a chance to open my cupboards and talk about my diet because people are like, "Man, you eat all those crab cakes. How do you stay skinny?" I'm like, "Well, it's not all I eat. It's not sexy to share the bowl of cereal I eat every day and the chia seeds that I." There's nothing photogenic about that, I guess, but maybe I should start doing that a little bit more in the morning, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you. Be well, all right?
Thank you.
Christina, keeping them healthy and keeping folks fit and giving good, solid advice. We appreciate her. Christina Pelletier from Weis Markets joining us. We call them Weis Conversations. We get out and around and talking to all of our sponsors, all of our friends in the community who power us up and allow us to do what we do here, getting ready for football season. Again, a summer baseball conversation. Luke's going on vacay, and I'm about to put my nose down on the Maryland Crab Cake Tour presented by the Maryland Lottery in conjunction with our friends at Goodwill and Window Nation as well. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. Eating well, starting the day right. We never stop talking. Baltimore, positive.